Good morning, everybody. You are currently listening to a Tall Girls podcast hosted by a tall girl named India. I hope everyone is doing fantastic today. Before I get into this episode, I do want to say make sure you are following me on my socials at a Tall Girls podcast on Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest so that you can stay up to date on all of the latest podcast episodes and check out some super relatable, super hilarious tall girl content. It'll be linked below in the description, and underneath that, you will also see a link to leave me a review. Make sure you do that. Leave me a review and let me know how tall you are. I'm genuinely curious. Guys, it is insane. It's insane out here. It's crusty out here. First of all, it's brick out here. Why was it like 25 degrees as a high yesterday? That was uncalled for. And then on top of that, I am stressed, like STRESED, stressed. I don't think I spelled that correctly. Oh my gosh, that is embarrassing. Honestly, it's not embarrassing. That's how you know I'm extremely stressed, simply because I can't even spell that word properly. It's just not going correct for me. This past week was something. That's really all I can say. And these next 2 weeks are going to be even more insane. I have midterms coming up and I have all these projects that I want to be due. I have to present articles and stuff, and it's just not the vibe. It's not the vibe. Stop. If you know that TikTok reference, we're friends. But it's just not the vibe. I don't know what's going on. You know when this could be honestly with anything, but when you have to like read something, like let's say for example it's instructions, it could be instructions to anything. For me, it's just instructions to homework, but this could be like instructions when you're cooking, or instructions for work, or even instructions when you're building shelves and like home decor, or putting stuff together, or doing like some weird technology stuff. It could be something like that. And it's just, the words are not adding up. The words are not wording. The words are not grammaring. It's not making any sense. I don't know if it's too many words or the combination of words just aren't hitting. But when I'm reading these instructions to these homework assignments, I'm beyond confused, with a capital B, beyond confused. I don't know. It's too many words, or maybe my brain is just, it needs a break, but then it's like, how can I take a break when I know I have exams coming up? It's weird, but okay, we're not going to talk about that. I don't want to stress you guys out by talking about my stress. So we just got to get straight into this episode right now, because this is pretty serious. This is a pretty serious episode, because many people think that they know what it's actually like being tall. They think they know all the good, all the bad, and all the ugly, such as, I don't know, being able to play sports, and you're more likely to get hired for a job, or getting higher paychecks, or not being able to find clothes, or hitting your head on, I don't know, like low doorways, low ceilings, stuff like that, and yada yada yada. But there are so many things that fall between the cracks. Did I even use that properly? Fall in between the cracks? You get what I mean. There's just a lot of things that go unpublicized. There are things that are not brought to the surface that a lot of people don't talk about. And honestly, quite frankly, I'm tall and I didn't even know this. Well, I didn't know some of it. There's a lot that, you find out over time, but there's a lot of things that I didn't know. And we're just gonna bring those to light, starting with health problems. Yes, you heard that correctly. Health problems. Can you believe that? We tall people literally have a higher risk of blood clotting, cancer, irregular heartbeat, varicose veins, nerve damage, skin and bone infections. What? Are you actually kidding me? I think because at that point, when you hear that you're more likely to have all these health problems, you just got to do your research. You got to go into the black web and the dark web, search through the depths of the internet, do your research and be like, why are we more likely to have these health problems? So, maybe there's something you could fix. So in summary, a lot of it has to do with the fact that we have more surface area because we're taller, so we take up more space, and our hearts have to work harder to pump blood and all that stuff. So if you're on the bigger side, your heart has to work extra harder because it has to pump more blood or something through your veins. So imagine being bigger and then taller. That can be really hard on your heart. So, I don't know. Don't quote me. I am not a doctor. I repeat, I am not a doctor. I am still a student and I'm not even studying this. I am studying business. I'm a business student. So I may or may not know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying what the internet says. So don't quote me. But I am extremely baffled by this. Extremely baffled. Shorter people may end up living longer than us. Isn't that something? Not to say not to say that it's a bad thing. It is not a bad thing. Okay, okay, maybe there's a reason why not a huge percentage of the population is tall. Okay. Oh no, I'm about to turn into Bill Nye the Science Guy. If you know who Bill Nye the Science Guy is, we are friends. Oh my gosh, I don't know if y'all can hear, all I hear is sirens in the back. This is not okay. But anyways, I'm about to turn into Bill Nye the Science Guy with this piece because apparently as time goes on and humans evolve, the human species keeps reproducing or whatever, genes start quote unquote adapting or something like that. Your parents give you the better parts of their genes. I don't know what the term is called. I forgot what it's called. I'm just tempted to throw out any type of scientific terms, genetic diversity, recessive genes. I don't, like I said, I'm a business student, but your parents are more likely to give you their better genes, and you would do the same if you have kids and so forth and so on. So the human population kind of gets better. I don't know. If they get the better genes, it's kind of like they're more likely to survive. They give you genes that make you more likely to live longer and be able to adapt to changes in your environment and stuff like that. So it's like survival of the fittest in a way. So I guess it's kind of like that the human population is getting shorter so that they can live longer. It's so weird. Can you tell I put a lot of thought into this, but I don't even think it's good thought. It just doesn't make any sense at all. But yeah, I am doing the most right now. So I just want to say this. If you are a tall person listening to this right now, you are not going to die, okay? Well, I mean, we all eventually are, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get any of the diseases that I said earlier, okay? There are a lot of other factors that go into it, like genetics and stuff like that, and your diet, your environment, your stress levels is more than just, your height. But it's important to be aware of this so that you can take care of yourself accordingly. Another thing is joint pain and back pain. Pretty self-explanatory. Gravity is not our friend, never was and never will be. It always tries to bring us down. It always tries to hold us back. Gravity is that one toxic friend that never lets you live your life freely. That's always trying to hold you down. And that's not okay. Maybe it's time to get rid of gravity. Who knows? I don't know. What do you think? Let me know. Something else. Fetishization. I think I said that right. There's a lot of weird syllables going on in there, but I did an episode on this way back when, where I spoke about how tall women have been fetishized. You know what I mean? There are people out there that have fetishes for big feet and long legs and stuff like that. That's what I'm trying to get at here. Now, I'm not trying to berate anyone's personal preferences. You like what you like, but when you try to impose those preferences onto other people and it's pretty evident that they're not comfortable with it, especially if they voice that they're not comfortable with it, then that's where I have a problem, and it's terrible. Oh my gosh. Like, okay, so I actually spoke to one of y'all last week because we're planning to do something, so stay tuned for that. But I spoke to one of you guys last week, and she was talking about how one time somebody DM'd her and asked her about her weight, knowing that she's tall, because her page is like a tall fashion type of page. So people who follow her know that it's about being tall. But this person asked for her weight. And I'm sorry, but if you are not my doctor or some other healthcare practitioner telling me that I need to either lose or gain weight for my health, why are you asking me about my height? Are you making me a costume or something? Are you trying to compare measurements for a science project? You know, Bill Nye the Science Guy out here. Like, I am very confused by that. And I honestly find that extremely creepy. I don't know. I don't know what goes through people's minds when they think about these things. And I don't want to think about that. That's really weird. But I, quite frankly, have yet to meet another tall girl who has never in their lives gotten at least one question. I've yet to... Math. Oh my gosh. I have yet to meet another girl who just hasn't gotten a creepy question from a tall person. I mean, from another person about being tall or something like that. Like, people ask about your feet, like what's your shoe size, or can I get feet pics? No, now they ask for feet videos. Little story time, little segue. This was 2 years ago. Because what are we? Yeah, it's 2023. This was 2 years ago, but I will never forget. I got this DM and it was on my personal page. Yes, I have a personal account, but I am literally not even on there because I'm just so focused and so devoted to my podcast Instagram page. I'm super active there. Therefore, you should follow me there at A Tall Girls Podcast. But anyways, this was back when I used my personal page. But I'm sure that a lot of people who have found my podcast also have gone to my personal page and tried to follow me. So I assume that this person found me from my podcast page and then went to my personal page, I guess. I don't know why. But I will never forget. He offered me $400 to take a video of me walking barefoot on a wooden floor. It was so specific. First of all, after he offered me like the $400, I was like, I didn't even respond. I just left it on red. But that was a big mistake. I should have just blocked him overall, but I didn't. Like, I didn't think anything of it because I thought it was a spam. It's like you leave it on red and leave. Like, it's just never gonna contact you again. But I guess he, she, they, whoever saw that I left them unseen. So they kept like messaging me and they kept asking me, oh, like, how big are your feet? What shoe size do you wear? I know you're 5'10", because that's at the time when I didn't know that I was 5'10" and a half. So I had in my bio that I was 5'10". And yeah, for all you people asking me how tall are you, I spoke with this to the same girl that told me about that time that person asked about her weight. Our heights are in our bios. Why are you asking how tall we are? If you're that devoted to knowing, just follow us. Anyways, let me get back to what I was saying. But yeah, he kept asking me, or he, she, they, I don't know. But that person just kept asking me about my shoe size and how big my feet are. Are my toenails long? Like, are they painted? What color are they painted? I was like, what the hell? And I was just getting freaked out. So I'm trying to block this person. And I keep saying he, like, I don't know the gender of this person. I try to block this person, and this person starts sending me a bunch of videos of examples of people walking barefoot on wooden floors. And I'm sitting here like, why is this happening? Why is this happening? I did not ask for these videos. Do these people know that you're giving these? I mean, if you pay them for those videos, I don't know. Like, maybe they. This person is a scam artist and stole it from them. I don't know, but it was just really weird. I just got a crap ton of videos, and they were all women. And I'm just sitting here like, what the heck is going on? I was petrified. I blocked him. Did I even use that word properly? I don't even know what that word means. It just sounded right, petrified. But I blocked him after a while, or her, or that person. I just blocked that person because that was so weird. And you got to be careful out there, because there are people that scam. Like, they probably be offering you money and they don't like give you the money up front. So you be sending them whatever, like sending them pictures and videos of whatever, and they just never pay you and they block you, but they have your video. So I do want to say, be careful of that. Not to say that I did that, but there are scammers out there. So, but even so, like, it's just made me really uncomfortable that he just asked so many questions about my feet. And then sent me videos without my permission. I did not ask for these. He literally sent me examples, whatever. The point here is, I've yet to meet a tall girl that has not had a strange experience on the internet. I'm sorry. Like, people ask for feet pics. People ask for pictures of your legs. I've gotten those. They want to see the long legs. It's a crazy world out here. So this just, it's really disheartening. So this just goes to say that if you're a tall girl, especially if you are younger, like teenager, like minor, and you're on the internet, you're using the internet, you're on social media, please be careful. Be careful. There are insane people out there that do crazy stuff. And I don't want you to get caught up in that. But yeah, the whole health thing, the whole fetishization thing, I did not know this was coming part of the package. This was not part of the, agreement, the terms and conditions. That wasn't even in the fine print. I didn't know that I was going to be at a higher risk of all these health problems, and that people were going to be trying to send me videos of feet. Like, so that's just a little thing, whatever, that I want the tall community to be aware of. So if you hear about any of these things or see these things or have any of these things personally happen to you, just know that I at least told you. I at least put you on. Okay? So yeah, I think I'm gonna end that there. This was a very strange episode. However, I've been wanting to do this because the whole health thing, I genuinely did not know about that. So you and me both found that out today. But I wanted to do this episode for a while just to bring certain things to light. I don't know. Hopefully it helped you. Maybe it didn't. Maybe you just stayed for the entertainment. Maybe you just stayed to hear about the whole feet thing. I didn't even think that you were expecting that. But I don't know. Hopefully, maybe it was entertaining if it wasn't informative. But yeah, I think I'm going to end this episode here. Thank you so much for listening to this episode and reaching the end. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. As always, feel free to hit me up on my socials at A Tall Girls Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest, so that, you can have a chat. Let me know if you knew about any of these things. Did you know that you have a higher risk of like blood clots and stuff? Like, has anybody asked you for videos of your legs or something? Like, let me know. I'm always down to chat, even about the weirdest things, especially weird experiences relating to being tall. Also, leave me a review. Everything is going to be linked below, so it's easier for you. You can just click on it and Bada bing, bada boom, Mr. Worldwide stepped in the room. I think it's time for me to go. I'll catch you in the next one. Good night and goodbye.